Hey everybody, Brandon here from CAD Intentions, and today's video is another 2-Minute Tuesday, and in it I'm going to show you guys how to insert and scale an image in AutoCAD. And there can be a lot of reasons why you guys might need to do this. You might be bringing in a base image for a civil project, maybe an aerial photograph. You might be bringing in an example or a product image that you're going to try and draw to scale. And in that case, you're going to want to insert this image and then scale it to the proper scale. And you can use just a ruler or tape measure or calipers to get measurements to base your image scaling on. And in this case, I'm going to bring in a detailed drawing, but we don't have anything to go off of other than the measurements on the drawing, and we just have an image of it. If we had a PDF, for example, of our drawing, we could bring it in using the PDF insert that's been added to AutoCAD since 2017. You can see I've made a video on that, and I'll link it in the description below. But for today's video, in 2 minutes or less, I'm going to show you guys how to insert and scale an image that you don't have access to a scaled PDF or scale drawing of. And you can use this to trace a drawing or trace from a photograph. The method will work no matter what if you have a unit of measurement that you can scale to based on a couple points in your image. So let's put 2 minutes on the clock and get going. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new drawing here. I'm going to use my my custom template here with all my layouts. You can just do this into an existing drawing. If you want to get my template, you can at cadintentions.com. Next up, we're going to go to the Insert tab here. We're going to open up the External Reference Manager. You can also just use the Attach command here, but I like to be able to see what's going on and how many things I've got in my drawing. So once you've got this open, you're going to right-click and attach an image. And then you're going to go to where you've got it saved. And you can see I've got an image example right here. And we're going to just click open. So here you can choose your options when inserting an image. You can choose where it's getting inserted with the insertion point. I'm going to specify on the screen by clicking. The same goes for the scale. You can enter in a scale number, but since this is just an image and it's not to scale, and it doesn't include a scale bar or anything, we're just going to specify on screen. We're going to use 1 and then scale it from there. You can also add a rotation, which we're not going to do. We're going to hit OK, and we're just going to place our image wherever. It doesn't really matter. And we're just going to hit enter for a scale of 1 right now. And you can see in here, this is just a kind of fuzzy image. We're going to use it to trace. Maybe we want to grab these stairs, or maybe we're just going to recreate this whole detail because we don't have access to the original drawing. You can see it's kind of clipped off. It's not a PDF, it's just an image. So you can select it and open up the properties. You can see we've got a raster image. You can clip it using a rectangle or anything. But in our case, we're just going to want to scale this. And since we have dimensions here, we're going to scale using these dimensions. This will also work if you just have 2 points in an image that you know the distance between them. So for a picture that you may take of any object on your desk, just measure between 2 noticeable points in the picture and then use that distance in this next step. So we're going to use the scale command, and we're going to select an object. We're going to select our image, and then we're going to hit enter. And it's going to ask for a base point. So it's best to choose the same point for your base point and for your reference point, which is the next point. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the end of this dimension here, I think, because we know it's 32.5 feet, 32.6 inches. You can see the dimension is also over here in what looks like millimeters maybe. But we're going to select the end of our dimension line here. And then it's going to ask, without moving the mouse, we're going to look at the display at the bottom, and we're going to hit R for reference. And now it's going to ask us to specify a reference length. So we're going to click down here, and then we're going to click at the top of this dimension. And what we're going to be able to do, so it's roughly there, You want to get as close as you can, and you need to know that images, when you're scaling this way, they're not going to be exact, but they're going to be pretty close. So once you've selected the 2 points, we know that we want it to be 32.5 feet. So that's what you're going to enter in now, 32.5. And this works for feet, inches, millimeters, meters. You're just going to use the units you're working in. So we've got 32.5, we're going to hit enter, and you see it's blown it up. So now this line from here that we chose up to here is going to be 32.5 feet. So we can check that by typing in dist for distance and hit enter. And we're going to choose roughly the center here. We're going to go up to the top and choose roughly the center. And you can see just by me roughly clicking, we got 32.5125. So if I had been a little bit more accurate in the lines, we would have been exactly at 32.5. But now you can go and check these other dimensions throughout the drawing, and you're going to see that they're all pretty much close. So we can go from here, this tick mark, to that tick mark, and you can see it's 4.01, should be 4.0. So there you've got a pretty accurate and super quick way to insert and scale an image, and you can use these for reference in your drawings, a background ortho, or simply just to spruce up your drawing as a background image. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Cheers! Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my last video right here, and don't forget to subscribe up here. Make sure you're up to date and you see all my new videos. Thanks again. Cheers!